take these greens, okay, the dandelion greens. Now I don't have a ton of them because I didn't pick a lot of the leaves. For some reason, the dandelions I picked didn't have that many greens on them, but I have enough that I'm going to make this spread. What we're going to do is we're going to make a spread with mascarpone cheese. Now you can use cream cheese if you don't have mascarpone cheese. I just roughly broke up the dandelion greens, and I'd say this is about 3 tablespoons of dandelion greens. So I'm going to just put in maybe about 3 to 4 tablespoons. These are big. So these are not really, I'm not measuring. I'm not big on measuring unless I'm doing something that has to be measured, like sourdough baking or baking cookies and cakes. Then you need to measure and you need to weigh. You really need to weigh. So I'm going to put just a little bit more in there. Okay, so we have about 4 to 5 tablespoons, I would say. Then we are going to get some all fruit. Don't use the full of sugar jellies. It's just not. Just use the all fruit. There's Polana all fruit. Smucker's has an all fruits. It's called Simply Fruit. Just use that. It's healthier. It's sweetened with fruit juice rather than processed sugar. So we're going to go a good 3 tablespoons, I would say, of the jam. Then we are going to put some coriander in there. Coriander really brings out the sweetness in ingredients. It has a citrusy type flavor to it, and it just really lends itself well when you're trying to bring out a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of floral flavors in there. And we're going to put just a little bit of ground cardamom seed in there as well. Not too much of this. I'm going to say a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom. For the coriander, I put about a 1/2 teaspoon in there. We're going to put a little bit of salt. So just a little bit of Himalayan or Celtic salt, something like that. A good quality salt. Just a little bit. It's going to enhance the flavors. Now something I'm adding in here that you don't have to necessarily add in if you don't have it on hand. Most people are not going to have organic dried lavender on hand. If you have some lavender out in your garden, you can throw that in this. If you don't, it's fine. I'm just putting about a tablespoon of dried organic lavender in there. And I'm going to put just a little bit, very little bit, I'm going to say about 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. It's just going to kind of give it a blend of herbal essences in this fruit spread. You're going to need a little bit of liquid in order to blend this up and make it smooth. So we're going to put just a little bit of 1/2 and 1/2. You can use any kind of liquid you want, really. Almond milk, oat milk, regular milk. I just happen to have some fat-free 1/2 and 1/2 on hand. So I'm going to use that in here. But you do need some kind of a liquid in order to blend it. I would say start with just about a 1/4 cup of liquid. And if it seems like it's not blending enough, then you can add some more liquid to it. When I'm blending up something that is a small batch, I usually use the Magic Bullet because my food processor is very large. So to blend up this small amount in the food processor just doesn't make sense. It's easier to use this. So we're just going to blend this up. We have it blended up, and you want it pretty thick. You don't want to add too much liquid because you want this as a spread. So you want it to stay pretty thick, just enough so that the ingredients can blend together. I did taste this, and it tastes pretty good. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey, about a tablespoon of honey in here, and a dash more salt, just to enhance those flavors, but it's tasting really good. Okay, so I'm just going to get about a tablespoon of honey out, and I'm going to put that in here and blend that up. Okay, we're ready to scoop out our spread. And we're going to need to put it in the refrigerator for a little bit so that it can harden up a little bit. But there we are. And I'm just going to put this into a glass container and put it in the fridge for a little bit to harden up. Now you can use it like this, but it's awfully soft right now. So you want to just let it harden up a little bit in the refrigerator. It's like a mix between herbs and sweetness. And it's really a fantastic taste. This would be great on a toast, like a raisin toast, it would be phenomenal in there. All right, I'm pretty much done putting it into my bowl. My bowl's pretty full, so I can't wait, and I'm gonna put a little bit on a club cracker. That tastes really good. So it really is a mix between, am I savory, am I sweet? It's a confusing yet really delicious taste. And a lot of good nutrients in those dandelion greens.